Looking at how the cam works, we have thumb placement at the bottom of the stem. We have a trigger midway up the stem. We place two fingers on the trigger, and upon pulling the trigger towards our thumb, the lobes contract, and upon releasing the trigger, the lobes extend. If we take another view, upon pulling the trigger towards the thumb, they contract, and upon releasing it, they extend. So full contraction and full extension. If we look at placing it in this ideal parallel crack, if we fully contract the lobes and try and place it to the left of this crack, you will find it's a tight fit. If we squeeze the cam in this position and the cam is loaded, there's weight placed on the cam, that cam will most likely not come out. This is less than ideal. You can see a little bit further on in the crack, it's the same situation. So if we move over to the right of the crack, again, we will get our cam in here in the optimal position with the lobes open about halfway between full contraction and full extension. This is the ideal placement. You'll notice here when the stem gets a little bit of a wiggle, the cam lobes do not move. The cam does not go deeper into the crack, an ideal placement. If we look at a placement that may seem initially good, we have a crack with a constriction at the front and it flares out significantly at the back. So on initial inspection, if we could not see the back of this crack, it would seem like a really good cam placement. So in that position, that looks reasonable. If we were unaware that the crack flared at the back, imagine we were climbing past this placement, the rope would move the quick draw or the cam, and you would find as the stem moves ever so slightly, the cam lobes start to extend as the cam walks into the back of the crack, completely undermining the quality of the placement. We must consider also the quality of the rock when placing a cam and where we place the cam. We don't want to place the lobes at the head of the crack, at the front of the crack, nor do we want to place the lobes in too deep. If the cam placement is too deep, we may not be able to get the trigger and remove the cam. If we place the cam at the head of the crack, well then the rock may shear. So we're looking for this ideal placement where we can gain access to the trigger and the lobes are not moving.